So now let's talk about creating circles. Now the circle tool is on draw panel right here. If you click this arrow, you'll see 6 different ways of making circle. You can also start the circle command using C command alias. So you can type C, press enter, and it will start the circle tool. Now I'll press escape key and I'll start the circle tool from here, and I'll start the first circle, which is center radius. Now in this case, you need to start with center point, and whenever in doubt, just follow the command line. So as you can see here on the command line, we have a clear instruction, specify center point for circle. So we just need to click at a point and that point will become center. Alright, now in this case, I will click on this point and that's going to become the center. Alright, that's the center of our circle. Now the command line will change and we have a different option, specify radius of circle. So you can just specify whatever radius you want for this one. Now in this case, I'm going to add a radius of 3 units. So I'll type 3, press enter, and here we are. We've got a circle which is of radius 3 unit and which has a center right here. Now you can create circles anywhere. You don't need a reference point. For example, you can click anywhere in the empty space for the center, and then you can specify a radius, for example 6 unit, and there we are. We have got a circle with center somewhere here and the radius of 6 unit. Now I'll delete both of these circles, this and this, and let's talk about the second circle. Now what if you want to make a circle not using radius but using diameter? For that, you can start with the first one, center radius. Now click at a point, once again this point, and now as usual the command will show this option, specify radius. But just look at this option. After or, we have a sub command which is diameter. So you can simply click here to start the sub command, or you can just type this colored or this capital letter which is D. So simply type D, press enter, or as I mentioned earlier, you can click here as well, but here I'm just typing the letter which is D, press enter, and the command will now change to this, specify diameter of circle. So now in this case, you can specify diameter, maybe I'll type 8, so we'll end up with a circle of radius 4 or diameter 8. Press enter, and this is what we have. Now the radius of the circle is 4 or its diameter is 8. Now you can directly start this kind of circle as well, and to do that, go to circle and select the second option, which is center diameter, and in this case it will directly prompt you for a center and a diameter. So I'll select the same center, and look at this, we have this prompt now, specify diameter. So this isn't the prompt because, well, this was the starting prompt, it just changed that to diameter, so the current prompt is specify diameter. So in this case I'll specify a diameter of 6 unit. So we are going to end up with a circle of radius 3. Press enter, and this is what we have. We have a circle of radius 3 or diameter 6. Alright, now let's make more circles. So I'll just delete these two and let's see what else we have. So we have 2-point circle. Now as mentioned, in this case you need 2 points. Alright, so what are these 2 points? Maybe I'll select this as the first point and this one as the second point, and we'll end up with a circle connecting these 2 points. Now in this case you don't need radius or diameter, because whatever the length of this line will be, well, that will be exactly equal to the diameter of this circle. So these 2 endpoints are on the diameter of this circle. Then we have the next option, which is 3-point, and as you can imagine here in this case you just need 3 points. So I'll just click on this first point, then this one as the second point, and right here as the third point. And look at this, we now have a circle which is passing through these 3 points. So that's the 3-point circle. Alright, so let's just delete these 2 circles. And now let's go to the last, well, not last, the second last one, which is tangent, tangent, radius. Now in this case you need to specify 2 tangent geometries. So I'll select this line as the tangent line, this one as the second tangent line, and then radius. Maybe let's select a radius of 6 unit and press enter. This is what we are going to end up with. We have a circle which is tangent on this line, it's tangent here as well, and the radius of the circle is 6. Now this circle is huge, so let's make another circle of a smaller radii. So I'll just delete this one, tangent, tangent, radius, and I'll click on this one, and I'll just maybe add a radius of 2 unit, and we have a smaller circle. Not only that, you can select another circle as a reference. For example, here I'll select tangent, tangent, radius, I'll select first, second, and then for the radius I'll add maybe 4 unit. and this is what we are going to end up with. Now you might be wondering, this circle is not actually tangent. It should be, right? So here it is tangent on this circle, but it is not actually here tangent. Well, the reason is it is tangent, but only when you extend this line further. So for this one, if you extend the line further, look at this, it is still tangent. So no matter how big or small the line is, it will remain tangent, even if AutoCAD has to apparently extend the length of that line. So that's tangent, tangent, radius. Now let's just get back to the original drawing. So I'll just delete this and this circle. And finally, let's talk about the tritangent option, tangent, tangent, tangent. And in this case, you don't need to specify radius. Simply select 3 geometries and you'll end up with a circle which is tangent on all these 3. Not only that, you can select the same option for this. So here also you can select tangent. Maybe I'll just select tangent, tangent, and tangent, and we'll end up with a circle which is tangent on these 3 geometries. So that's how you can create circle in AutoCAD.